All right, algebra checkpoint 2, we're going to evaluate expressions and we're going to do some order of operations. When we do these problems, I suggest if you see subtractions and addition problems, maybe circle or somehow group together the multiplications and stuff that are around it. So you know that those come first. You'll do the subtraction later on at the end. Uh, because of the, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, we need to do parentheses first, okay? And then exponents will come next. So let me erase this. Maybe I'll do it in red here. 3 minus 6 is first. You might want to go plus negative. That makes it easier, but you get negative 3 inside the parentheses. And there's still a grouping symbol there. You still want to think of it as a negative 3 that you're going to square. And then minus, now this is grouped together, so you might as well just put a 10 there right away, because you're going to multiply before you do the subtraction. This part of it here is positive 9. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. And then I'm just going to bring down the 1/3. And I'm going to multiply. So a third of 9, or a third times 9, is 3, but you can just put that over 1 if you want to multiply straight across and get 9 over 3, which is 3. And then 3 minus 10 is negative 7. Still clear answer. When you show this work, please show it this way. So it kind of looks like a funnel coming down if it's a big, long problem. Do not write to the right side. Do not put equal signs and keep writing to the right side. I need everything written below, below, below. Okay. A couple more here. In this problem, if just glancing at it first glance here, it looks like you want to group this 2 and this 3 together. Please resist the urge to do that. You need to do all of this first. And the last thing you're going to do is add the 2 to the answer. Okay, a very common mistake is to group that 2 and 3 and make it a 5. So first thing we need to do though is plug in these values. Negative 2 is x, and y is going to be a negative 3. So I'm just going to rewrite everything. 2 plus 3, and then y squared. Now instead of writing negative 3 squared, I'm just going to do that part in my head and just put a 9. So I don't make the mistake of maybe well, you can't use calculators on this anyway, but sometimes your calculators will do that wrong if you plug it in. And then x is negative 2 here. I'll just write the minus negative for now. 4 minus x on top. So for now I'll do that also. 4 minus negative 2. And then divided by 2. So I made it a little bit easier by putting that 9 there to start with. Let me change colors here. I'm going to go blue. And simplify from the inside out basically with these parentheses. So this minus negative, I'm going to go plus plus. I'll make that a 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. So 6 over 2, I'm going to divide that out right away and make that a 3. And then this minus negative, I can also go plus plus. So I can go plus positive 2. So I have 9 plus 2 times this 3. So I'm just bringing it down, bringing it down, bringing it down. I still have parentheses around this whole thing, so I'll keep those, which is the set right there on the outside. Bring those down. I still have the 2 and the 3. I'm not going to group that together and make it a 5 because it's not. And then inside the parentheses here, I have the 9 plus 6. I'm showing a lot of steps here. You can take a couple shortcuts, but don't take too many or you might goof up. And then this is a 15. And again, do not make that a 5. It's 2 plus 45. And then that's a 47. Again, notice this kind of gets narrower and narrower. It kind of looks like a funnel. Okay, I'm writing everything from the top on down. I'm not writing any equal signs. I'm not going off to the right at all. Okay, circle your answers. It makes it easier to find. And then I'll do this one at the same time, I suppose. Y squared. Again, I suggest, so you can read it. I suggest just doing the y squared in your head. So negative 3 squared, you should know is positive 9, minus 4 times x cubed. Now x is negative 2. You can put negative 2 cubed right, I guess I'll just do that. What I would actually do is just in my head, just think negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, and I know that's negative 8. So I'm going to put that in that whole spot, but I'll just write it out for now. So I have 9 minus, and again, like I said before, it might be easier to understand if you kind of separate, if you see a subtraction sign like there and there. that kind of groups it into three separate parts that I have to solve first before I even try the subtraction, or if I change it to an addition. Okay, so you might want to circle those to say, hey, I got to do that first. I did the 9. I'll bring down the 3 because there's nothing really to solve there. Let me get my red pen back. And this looks pretty scary, so you might want to rewrite this as plus -4. Okay, remembering you have to do powers first before you multiply, so do not do 4 times the -2. So cube this first. That's -8. That's what I would have done anyway. So I have a -4, and then it's going to be times a -8 in that spot. I have a plus in front of that. I have a 9 and I have a 3. Group of the multiplication before the addition. So that's positive 32. Oh, that's a subtraction. As soon as I goof that one up there. Let's go back to that. Put the minus there. I'll just go plus -3 here. And then right here we have 9 and 32 is 41. And then -3 or plus -3 is 38. Okay, again, notice it kind of comes in a little narrower. I'm not saying equals off to the side or anything. That's about it.